No, it still hadn't gone live. Oh, okay, there it is. For whatever reason, it wasn't showing up. All right, cool. I'm your host, Ed Honcho, and I thank you for being here again. My apologies for the delay. We got a lot of stuff to discuss tonight. It's a weird day. I won't say it's a weird day. It's probably a normal day in America now, the way things tend to go. So, basically, I guess let's just get on it, right? And this should be so. So we got joining us, and then we'll get into it, right? Actually, yes. I think that's a little bit better. I like that a little bit better. That makes me, yeah, that works. All right, so I got a few thoughts. I got a few things, and we're going to get into all that. But like I say, there's just so much truth to be spoken today that we just got to make sure that we touch on all of it. There's a diary that got leaked. I told you guys about this diary about a year ago. And, now everybody's talking about it. And you notice it got scrubbed really quickly off of the Twitters because it was trending. It's nothing new. It's year-old stuff. And this is why I say, certain groups got to step it up if they want to win anything. Anywho, there we go. I see Marcus Brown. What's the motherfucking deal? John, my favorite New Yorker. What's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bell, Northern Style. I don't believe in sweet tea. Honeymoon, a.k.a. Shat Kush, until we find the proper email. Jason S. It's a very slight delay. It's in, if you do colored arithmetic. That's what it is. Black folks is arithmetic. Oh, she is thick. If you do black people arithmetic, I'm actually on time. Colored people time, if you do the math. It's very complicated. It's like a notch above physics, but once you got it down, you truly understand it. So, we'll get there when we get there. Anyway. Oh, like I said, multiple things happened today. The worst thing happened to you today? Did you read a book, do a report, and get a buck? I don't know if they did that everywhere. That used to be the funniest shit to me, a rab dark app. Y'all may or may not know about that, but it used to be a thing when I was young. It'd be like, I guess like a summer reading program. Like you read a book, you do a report on it, you get a buck, right? You get $1. That was a scam. That was a super, and I guess maybe I was reading different shit at that time. That was a really time-consuming thing to do for $5. Do some chores around the house. Go ask your neighbors. You can take out the trash or something. You get money way faster. But that's a different thing. 17. What's the motherfucking deal? Delta Echo Golf. Do you play golf? I know that has nothing to do with the name, but every time I read it, I think of a golf course. So I'm just telling you where my mental associations go. Isley, I'd love to hear about it when we open up the lines. Stay out of the ghetto side of YouTube long enough so that you can tell us your story. Chill out. What's the motherfucking deal? 335. Peace. That's some quadruple, quintuple OG shit. Some of y'all might know about. Some of y'all most likely don't. Who was the dudes that used to raise the fucking chickens? Because we used to have let me tell you how far the den has come, right? The den used to be primarily dudes, especially young dudes. I used to be in here getting lit off my ass. It was a Kush den, so you figure it out. And there was a school shooter in here, I believe. I hope he didn't ever do it, but what I told you about Tariq Nasheed with the suspected white supremacist shit. He's a suspected future school shooter. Shonda Tony, how are you doing, Shonda? That's funny. I was thinking about Miss Shonda yesterday. Because somebody called me inquiring about a friend of mine. I have another friend named Shonda. Her name is something else, but she uses Shonda when she doesn't want her name to appear ghetto for jobs and stuff like that. And she uses it at work, she uses Shonda, but her real name is something different. And it made me think of Miss Shonda Tony. It used to be, there was a guy who owned chickens. He was definitely probably into some bestiality or something, and there was a suspected school shooter. Those are the primary viewers of the den, but that's a whole nother conversation. But we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers, what's going on with him. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that Kanye said. Anytime Kanye actually talks, anytime Kanye does an interview, it's always epic, right? And niggas lose their minds. Black folks pay attention and get it. I'm telling you, there's a difference between niggas, black Americans, black people. There's like segments. I got to like divide shit. And there's some crossover in there too, but y'all, we'll get off figured out one day. Anytime Kanye speaks, dog, it's always some great shit being said, and it's always hilarious, right? And people miss the nuggets that he drops. What? But I thought you were into that weird stuff. You called in one time and said you were into some of those weird. We gotta go back to Fridays being talking dirty after dark. That used to be a thing. But it's been a sausage fest lately, so I don't really want to talk to you niggas about no weird shit like that. But whenever we do, level out the ladies. And then remember I was trying to have a thing where I wanted to try to get, 3 black females to have a panel so I could have a discussion with them. Only one agreed to it. And then, she hit me this morning. She had to back out, but hopefully we'll be able to arrange it another time. It's kind of, I guess 48 hours might not be enough time, but I'm going to work. I'm going to really be diligent about making that happen. Because like I said, I want to have a conversation. I really want it to be like 4, be a real kinky thing. I want to have a conversation with black women, or maybe a discussion, a debate, however you want to identify it, just about issues that are currently being faced, to give women in the den an opportunity to voice their perspective, right? And whatever happens from there happens. But we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the phrase, let's go, Brandon. Because as funny as I find it, as amusing as I find it, I do have a problem with it, right? I do have a problem with it. And I'll talk about that. And then, because, the left can't meme, right? Now they have thank you, Brandon. So it's like, for what? Tell me what you're thankful for. And then I got a story I want to share with you guys. A very Baker, man, what's the motherfucking deal? Oh, damn, in El Salvador already. But like I said, I got a story to tell y'all, right? And I've told y'all about, we've talked about the men in women's bathrooms and things like that. And I told y'all last night when we watched a particular video that certain people in this country have more rights than any of the rest of us, right? All the rest of us combined, they have more rights than any of the rest of us. And I'm going to prove that. I'm going to show you what happened, and will continue to probably happen in high schools across America. If you haven't heard the story, I'll show you a little bit about that. So, where can we start, right? Where can we start? Let's talk about Kanye. As I sip my hot tea. So Kanye recently did an interview on, what is that shit? Drink Champs? I've never watched Drink Champs. So this being said, I still have not even watched the interview, but I've seen like clips of it all over the place. And, Kanye got on there discussing why niggas rather be cool than invest in themselves, why niggas would rather try to play the part than really, do something meaningful. He talked about all this quote unquote king talk. He talked about LeBron. And I think after LeBron winning the championship, telling what's her name, whatever the bus chick name is, I told you I was going to win this for you. And he's like, well, if you're a king, you should be, winning this for yourself, right? Like you should be doing things for yourself. There shouldn't be somebody you're viewing as higher over yourself. And he said, so he had an issue with that. And I agree with that. If you're going to label yourself a certain way, live up to it. He's talking about owning your own leagues. I've talked about that 1,000 times. If you have issues, you're going to sit here and cry and decry racism and all this other shit that you allegedly believe in, then why aren't you building your own foundations? Because look, money talk, bullshit walks 1,000 miles. Ice Cube made a league, right? And I don't know all the finite details. Wouldn't be surprised, of course. I'm sure there's probably some other investors in this, some other things going on. But he made a league that people watch, got TV time, because he took old NBA players and put them on 3-on-3, and people watch this shit, right? People are very interested in it. You're telling me that guys that actually play in the NBA have close ties and associations couldn't say, hey, we got tens of millions of dollars. We could go 2 years without this money. And I doubt it, because we know most niggas be broke by the time they get out of whatever leagues within 5 years. We say, we can go 2 years. This is all it would take. In this day and age, with all the hype around it, if LeVar Ball could create something and people somewhat paid attention to it because he's a good hype man, and you said, okay, we're going to take all the star talent, we're going to say, fuck this. Every time somebody's up for a contract renewal or whatever else it is, every year it's a lot of free agents, a lot of talent free agents. You said, you know what, we're going to go to this other league. We're going to do our own thing. Even if you only had it in one place, and then once the team's got built, you kind of spread it out. You could really do it in one city because people would put it on television. I'm not giving the whole blueprint here. But if the big three could work, you could start your own league with talent. You could pull little motherfuckers from the G League. You could pull motherfuckers who may have been relevant in college, just didn't make the league. Like, there's talent out there. And you put, 1 or 2 star players with them. As it goes, it grows, right? And then you've invested in yourself, and in the long run, you probably make significantly more money than what you're making here, because eventually all the talent leaves out of there, and you got your own league where you get to do what you want. But NBA players, athletes overall are stupid because you see them get finessed every year. Oh, somebody told me we were investing in this cool thing, and they fucked me out of $10 million, whatever. So I'm sure there would be a snake in the grass who would be more than willing to finesse them. I'll be more than willing to finesse them. Just let me do it. I'll run the league. Let me be Honcho the commissioner. I'll be honest. We ain't doing none of that Black Lives Matter shit. We ain't doing none of that woke ass shit in the Honcho League. Ain't nobody got time for that. You want to do that, go play in the WNBA. I can't wait. I still can't wait for the first biological male, trans, whatever, to play in the W. It's going to be epic. I can't wait for the first nigga who just was so desperate to make a league and get paid to play basketball. That nigga's going to throw a wig on and go play in the WNBA. And they cannot deny him. They can't deny him. Like, what is going to be your stipulation? Like, how could you deny him? How could you even deny a scholarship to a gentleman like this, right? Because you could get any average ass nigga who could hoop in high school and say he's a female and he would excel in women's college basketball, right? Like, let's be honest. And some tall ass nigga, get the that's what should have did it, the gay dude. Who was like, his career was up in the NBA. He should have said he was trans instead of saying he was gay. Transition over to the WNBA, he'd still be playing right now. He'd probably be MVP. But instead, whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yes, stop Asian hate. Lamel, what's the motherfucking deal? Deacon Obi, what's the motherfucking deal? Doug. Chappelle has proved to you that when you don't bend over for certain groups, then there's no cancel culture. There's none of this shit, right? There's none of these things. It's just people get afraid. Oh, I hope that I hope that the same amount of people that will quote unquote try to cancel you on the fictitious internet will support you on other platforms. You just got to be willing to do shit yourself. But people don't want to do that. People want to attach and hitch their wagon to something else that already has momentum. They don't want to build, right? They don't want to start from scratch. But again, when you start from scratch, when you own, when you take possession of what it is that you got going on with your talent, your skill, whatever it is that you're doing, you make more in the long run, right? And then nobody's fucking you over saying you can't do this and you can't do that, or you got to do it this way or do it that way. But people are afraid to do those things. So anyway. But getting back to Kanye, he said some funny shit. He talked about Big Sean being the worst signing he ever had. And he talked about John Legend. We all know John Legend is a bitch ass nigga, right? Like we know that. He's with that weird chick who said a bunch of questionable things about children. And she said a lot of weird stuff. Just she's a disgusting human being, right? But that's that Hollywood shit. What's her name? Tegan, right? And so stir fry that. But he's been a weirdo. But Kanye was talking about how when he was running for president, how Big Sean and John Legend were quick to get finessed by the Democrats and turn on him. Kanye changed these people's lives. Let's be honest, boy. Who the fuck would have signed? Who the fuck would have took a risk on Big Sean? Big Sean, if I'm not mistaken, and you correct me if you know the story and if it's something different, but from what I remember, and I always remember why did Big Sean get signed, because I don't think he's great. Like, he's got like a couple little songs. I'm not gonna say I'm a Big Sean fan. Like, he's actually got like 1 or 2 songs I like, but like it's just his voice is annoying. But apparently he rapped for Kanye one time when he was at a radio station in Detroit, and Kanye ended up signing him, right? And Kanye talked about, he's like, man, I've changed your life. You know what I'm saying? I've met your mom. I've changed your whole family's life. And as soon as these other people come and say some shit, like you went to go flip the script and you went against me because of whatever, right? And that's how a lot of niggas are. Like, that's what I say, man. You cannot give a fuck about pleasing anybody. And this goes across anyway. People will betray you. But niggas are especially notorious because all it takes for a black person or a nigga to betray you is just for you to say, I don't support Democrats. They'll reach in your pocket, they'll take your black card, they'll cut it up in front of you. You have no more black credit, which means your real credit score goes up. Anyway, so I'm like, nah, that's foul. That's foul that, you know, there's no loyalty. You're more loyal to this fucking party of people who have done nothing but fuck you over, but niggas are too ignorant to see otherwise. And I got something I want to talk about with that too, because I want to talk about Joy Reid, goofy bitch ass, and what's the light skinned nigga? Who is that? Is that Eric Dyson or whatever the fuck his name is? They were on there talking crazy, right? They were over there talking. You gotta stand for this shit. They were over there talking crazy about that. Like, this is how stupid niggas is too. Because all you gotta do is drop either the racism word or you gotta drop, you know, hey, I don't support Democrats. And niggas just, oh, you can, you know, like, again, running under that umbrella. Anyway. But like I said, overall, Kanye said a lot of good things. You know, he talked about ownership. He just talked about Soulja Boy's verse being terrible. And Soulja Boy went on this crazy rant saying a whole lot of nothing, just making a bunch of noise, fake reacting to it. Soulja Boy knew that verse was trash. Like, don't get me wrong. Soulja Boy was the first to do a lot of things, right, as he claims. And he has evidence to back it up. And I rock with Soulja Boy's entrepreneurial spirit, right? I dig it. I have no issue with that. But let's be honest. Soulja Boy is not the greatest rapper. Like, if Soulja Boy is in your top 10, it means you've only ever heard 10 rappers in your life, and Soulja Boy just happened to be one of them. Like, that's if Soulja Boy is in your top 10 rappers, that's the only reason why. Like, he is terrible, right? Look, Heidi, shush. I'm over here trying to have an agenda, and you're trying to undermine it, right? Heidi's favorite rapper is Soulja Boy. So that's a little known fact. But again, you know, so like I said, Kanye talked about a lot of stuff. He talked about, you know, the Kim situation and like how they're still married. I had no idea. Like, I don't really pay attention to that shit. And he talked about her publicist. And, you know, Kanye gives a lot of gems. People try to say he's crazy because the media is ran by actual crazy people to keep you crazy, to make you concerned with other crazy people. And he just talked about how this shit gets manipulated, how these stories get put out by her publicist who's in his fucking house, right? Like, you don't ever really know the real stories behind shit because we're listening to these tertiary people, these third-party groups that motherfucker have nothing to do with anything, but they just make stuff up. Like me. I don't know what the fuck's really going on in these people's house. I make a lot of assumptions, but my assumptions are always correct. So that's why y'all keep coming back to the den, because I make good assumptions. But, I am not above cranking the Soulja Boy, right? I'm not. But I will never say that he's a great rapper. That's like me saying, I don't know. I have nothing. I have no nothing for it. But you know, that's the Kanye thing. Aaron Rodgers can wait. I'm gonna come back to the Aaron Rodgers thing because there's a few tiers of that must be discussed. Matter of fact, let me get my pen out because I have my lens cleaner. Good, I have it right here. And I need to get my pen out because there's a few points I want to make on that. But I said I had some thoughts on the Let's Go Brandon thing. Right? And as funny and amusing as I think it is, as hilarious as I think it is when it's used everywhere, I think the right got played again. Okay? The right, excuse me, I've been telling you, has a marketing problem. The right keeps falling into the trap of playing the games of the progressives, of the Democrats, right? And why I say that is because they almost made you embrace a neutered statement, right? And I'm not saying that you censored yourself. There's some dude on the left, it's so funny they censored themselves. But they're making you play the PC game, right? These motherfuckers were rude and disrespectful during your guys' presidency. I mean, motherfuckers blatantly saying fuck Donald Trump. There was no hiding it. There was no cover up. There was no media blackout. There were no hit songs being delisted from, YouTube or other playlists because of what it said, right? And that should tell you something, but whatever. They were just blatant with it, blatantly disrespectful. Now they say, oh, if you say such a thing, you're, rude. Same people were saying that, right? And people start playing the game. Like they start playing it. Yeah, hey, let's go. Fuck that, bro. Like you're playing the PC game. And we're going to have a conversation about political correctness and politically correct conversation next week, because there's a lot of things we got to discuss. And I'm going to be better about it here as far as minimizing the PC terms that I use, because I think about it, I do quite a bit of PC stuff here, right? And if it's going to work, things are going to be what they're going to be. Either I'm going to get, channel banned or whatever. And there's always other platforms, so I don't really care about that. So make sure you're following on the social media. So if something ever does happen, you know what it is. Or just always go to thedenshow.com, because I will make that link always point to whatever main platform I'm using. Or edhoncho.com should have all the links to, whatever shit is going on. So make sure you keep those bookmarked, right? If anything ever happens, make sure you have that. But we soften a bunch of our language. That's way clearer. We soften a bunch of our language in our conversation right now. We do a lot of PC stuff that I don't think we even realize. But like I said, we'll save that for another conversation. But the let's go Brandon thing is that. Say what you mean what you say. Fuck Joe Biden, right? That's what you mean. Say it with passion, say it with your heart, and express that. He's done nothing for anybody but, his own pockets and maybe some crackheads, some transgender people and the gays, similar to the big-eared guy, Obama. If he hasn't benefited you, he's done nothing but fuck you over and, raise the price on the food. And then you got people on the left saying, oh, that's not true. That's not happening. It's just natural inflation. This is not natural inflation. There's nothing natural about the inflation. But this is ridiculous, right? Like I said, there's particular foods that I eat on a regular basis that have increased in dollar amounts over a matter of months. That's not normal. When things are increasing nearly 75 to 100% over a matter of months. I had some pictures I was going to show you, but I'll save those for later. So I think people got to stop buying into that game. Like, I think it was cool. It was fun while it lasted. The Let's Go Brandon thing was cool. But now it's time to get back to what you mean and what you need to say. And that's fuck Joe Biden. Like, we got to get rid of that. Like, you have to stop the, so I can only afford popcorn. I can't even afford, you see, I haven't even eaten popcorn in a couple of days. I can't even afford the popcorn anymore. The popcorn is too damn high. But, I got to put my turkey on layaway and shit. That's how bad everything is. It's terrible. Jai Illusion, what's the motherfucking deal? Big Drake, stop. But again, right? Again. And so he's an R&B singer. Stop. But again, so we got to stop. Like you have to start saying what it is exactly that you mean, right? And we got to stop using certain terminologies that buffer people's feelings. But like I said, we're gonna have a whole stream on that probably next week sometime. And that might mean that Dan might get a little bit more un-PC. I don't think it's going to be more rude. I think it's going to be more honest, but just won't be as PC. The Aaron Rodgers thing. So there's a couple of elements to this Aaron Rodgers thing that have to be kind of addressed, right? Who was it? Jason Williams went in on Stephen A. about, the way he handled it. We all know that Stephen A. is a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, petrol is ridiculous. Gas is ridiculous, bro. It is ridiculous. Motherfucker paying $3.05, I saw some 307 the other day. It's been right around $3. $2.95 is like the low while I seen while I was out about today. That's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy shit, right? Yeah, but then they already got Montrose, Heidi. What else do we need to give them? Shit, you can't feel a lawnmower with $2. Shit. That shit, $3.50. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy though. It's crazy. Well, hey, better learn the code then. That's all I can say. But like I said, it's a situation where it's very unfortunate. But Aaron Rodgers and kind of the Stephen A aspect of it, and people talking about how Stephen A handled him differently than Kyrie. We know Stephen A is probably a Democrat, at least in character. Does nothing but throw niggas under the bus. Y'all saw the whole Kwame Brown thing. Y'all saw everything that went on with that. Like, he tried his best to demolish that man. Nobody was even bothering Kwame, right? Kwame minded his own business. Chief Stephen A brought that man up. Kwame got on his ass. He did the whole like Stephen A is like Stephen from Django. There's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. He only serves in his own best interest, right? And again, it's easy to go in on Kyrie because niggas don't go in on Kyrie. And, you know, everybody's saying all this other stuff, so he's going to do the thing. He's got the puppet masters at ESPN. Hey, God damn it, Steven, that nigger Kyrie's left the plantation. You better get out there and get him back. Yes, boss. I'm going to go get him. And, you know, and so he's going to go in on him and try to demolish his character. And he, you know, says all these things, but Kyrie did nothing. Kyrie was straight up front, and honest about his intentions. He misled nobody. He didn't lie to anybody. He did not deceive anyone, right? He followed protocol. Aaron Rodgers, I have no issue with Aaron Rodgers, right? I think the thing they asked if he was, if he had the vaccine, he said he was immunized. It's people's own fault for not knowing that a word can have multiple definitions. He played the game that the left plays, the word game, you know, word play. And I'm not mad at him for that, because there's been several people who have had the Rona shots who have allegedly gotten it way before he has. So I don't know how that works. And, you know, he went and they said he talked to Joe Rogan about it. And people are mad, look at him. He talked to Joe Rogan. He talked to Joe Rogan about it. And it's like, yeah, he talked to Joe Rogan. Matter of fact, I usually switch over to the other scene, but I'm going to just do this right here because I got something else queued up for that. But check out this guy, right? He's like, my quarterback, he went and talked to Joe Rogan. Like, why wouldn't you talk to somebody who successfully beat it in a short amount of time as opposed to somebody who got, you know, a different measure and it took them weeks, or some people who've gotten it and are still suffering for weeks on end, even with having, you know, the deal, right? So I have no fault with that. Like, again, people are stupid, right? People are ignorant. I'm going to go to, you know, that's like trying to learn how to ride a bike. You're going to ask the little 12-year-old kid who's out there popping willies and, you know, doing whatever handlebar twisties and shit, how to ride a bike and learn, or you're going to go to some fucking Harvard professor who's written the theory of bike riding. Who you want to learn from? Some of you idiots are going to go to, well, I would like to know how to ride the bike in theory. You know, I'd like to know what is the proper velocity for maintaining an upright position. You know, what is the proper torque in which I must utilize and inflate the tires to the proper PSI so that I can, you know, excel in basic bike riding. No, go ask some motherfucker who's done the shit, who's accomplished the shit. They're going to give it to you in a fucking layman's term, the basic way. Like, who gives a fuck about breaking it down, trying to say, if it works, it fucking works, right? Like, unless you're in the field of, unless fucking Aaron Rodgers is going to become some kind of medical professional after his career, which I highly doubt. I don't give a shit about him going to whoever he wanted to go to figure out how he wanted to handle it. One guy beat it, everybody else is dealing with it for
as days. A Packers fan, I got to
check this guy out, right? Packers fans are irate, but these are also people who wear cheese on their head. So who gives a fuck about Packers fans?
Tell you, I am speechless. Seriously, this shit I did not expect. Aaron Rodgers confirms he's unvaccinated, has taken ivermectin in first comments after testing positive for COVID-19. What the fuck, man? Seriously? Horse dewormer, Aaron? Where'd you...
And here's my thing, bro. If a person says horse dewormer, they're clearly an agent or an idiot, or both, right? The world knows, the whole world knows that you can obtain ivermectin as a prescription for human beings. It's generic, it's available. But that's the narrative they go, that means that person is brainwashed. Like, that's a person who is invalid in any conversation. All they do is watch television because left-wing media told them it's horse dewormer, and they keep repeating that shit. You obviously haven't done a basic, I mean, at the bare bones, most simple level of research. Googleize it to realize that you can get it for people. It's for people. Imagine that.
You hear that from Joe Rogan? Yeah, actually, yes. he took advice from Joe Rogan, my quarterback, that I respected so highly, took advice from Joe Rogan for COVID-19. I am so fucking disappointed, man. Not just at Aaron Rodgers, but the Green Bay Packers organization. I mean, y'all knew that he wasn't vaccinated. Y'all knew that he was taking horse dewormer. I hope y'all didn't, but I think it is an NFL policy that the players have to tell you if they're vaccinated or not. So y'all definitely knew that he wasn't vaccinated. I don't know if you knew if he was taking horse dewormer or not. I really hope you didn't know that one of your multi-million, over $100 million player was taking horse dewormer. Are you serious? Aaron Rodgers.
Where he says it, the dumber he sounds.
If you ever see this, which you won't, but if you do, I'm really disappointed, man. Like, you beat Jeopardy like 2 or 3 times. I thought you were smart. I thought you were smarter than that. My God, man. Man.
Imagine thinking that you're the smart guy. Imagine that this multi-million-dollar guy probably got cured and healed faster than you will, for cheaper than you will. You know, shots free, I guess, the overall cost. Anyway, imagine that he's the dummy. Imagine thinking that he's the dummy, right? Imagine thinking that Aaron Rodgers gives 2 shits that this guy right here, is upset with what he did with his own body. Imagine that. No, he does have a weird accent. That's what I was wondering too. I was really wondering that too. I was like, is this a Wisconsin? I know some Packers fans from Wisconsin who've lived in Texas for a long time. Well, he was born in Texas, but his mom had an accent, definitely. And it sounded nothing like this. But anyway, so I wish, Clayton. It's been a while. I'm on a countdown though. I got a few months, but when I do, it's on. Exactly, illusion. That's the other thing. Like, I'm disappointed. I put all my hopes and dreams in my entire life because I'm a loser. I need Aaron Rodgers to do things, right? I need him to do stuff to make me feel good about my life. You fucking numbskull. You know. And I'm gonna be honest, that's why the DM conflicts with like soft sports, right? Because sometimes I look at shit and I'm just like, why the fuck? And yesterday I can tell the sauce has been terrible. I'm like, why the fuck do I care? But like, especially the Texas made me realize this is terrible, right? That ain't make it. I mean, I've been realizing it, but it's like, this is terrible. These people are ruining people's lives. Like, I see how people respond and react to them. Like, damn, why do y'all care so much? Like, why do you care that much? Shout out to us all to Lucy. Imagine if you had this much stock in estrangement. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, that's why I believe, like, a lot of these fans in particular, I think that they would offer their significant others up to sports ball players, right? Because it's just too weird of the obsession that people have. Like, I'll learn something about a motherfucker and I'll forget it. Like, oh, was that him? Who was that? And be the like, motherfuckers have these people's whole histories locked into their brains, right? Locked into their mind. Don't know shit else about shit else, but are like sports geniuses and just know everything, every stat, and like, imagine if you just knew that much about American history. You'd be a great historian or something. I don't know, but it's really weird, right? And he's obviously upset, and it's very, very sad, right? Isn't he mad about? Who cares, right? They got Jordan Love, baby. What are you talking about? If my name was Jordan Love, I'd be a porn star, and I'd use the name Jordan Love, and everybody would think it would be like a porn star name, but it'd be like. Be my real name. That would be nifty. But again, Let's talk about it. There was something else I said I wanted to get on. There were some other things that okay, let's talk about this. So there's a thing, right? And I don't know if I saved all of it. I might not have. But there's a story I want to share with y'all. And I want y'all to listen to it. I'm not going to give y'all all of the details until I show you guys the videos. I'm going to see who's observant. I'm going to see who already knows the story. And then I'm going to see who can pick up the details and who is really aware of what's going on in the world around them. Because, excuse me, had torches earlier. It hadn't been treating me. But you know what? You know what's also weird though? Even though we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, there are men who are that obsessed with like other musicians and shit. And that's kind of weird too, right? Wait, let's be honest. I mentioned the diary of a certain president's daughter, right? That was trending on the Twitters, and they made sure to remove that promptly. But again, that's not even new news. I told y'all about that like a year ago. And again, I'm not going to talk about it here because we already know how that's going to work. But after the stream, we will get in the Discord and we can kind of get on that. But let's see if I can get the background information on this thing. So I want to make sure I have all of it. But let's play this. Let's switch it up. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this play. I'm not gonna give you any context. There's 2 videos, and I'm gonna let both of those play. We're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna see if y'all can figure out what's really going on here. Right? Tell me. I'm gonna see if anybody can figure it out before the video's over with. So I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna mute myself. Just let the video play. Enjoy.
School student comes forward to report being sexually assaulted at school.
He put his hands in my pants and then he was like touching my breasts.
What happened next will shock you. Thank you for trusting WBTV News at 6 o'clock. I'm Jamie Bowl.
And I'm Molly Grantham. We're glad you're here. Police investigated the report and filed charges against a male student. But school administrators at Hawthorne Academy High School in Charlotte have accused the female student of filing a false report, and they suspended her.
Well, the girl's outraged mother called WBTV's chief investigative reporter, Nick Oxner. Nick has been working for months to shine a light on Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools' handling of reported rapes and sexual assaults. Nick, the question lots of folks asking right now, how could this happen?
Well, Jamie, that's the same question the mother of the 15-year-old sophomore at Hawthorne Academy High School is asking. But Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools refuses to offer any explanation as to how this could happen.
He would like come into the bathroom and he would push me into the stall.
You're listening to a 15-year-old sophomore student at Hawthorne Academy High School recount the near daily harassment she says she experienced from a male student. Until one day, she says, it turned into more.
He caught me like off guard. I wasn't like paying attention. And he put his hands in my pants and then he was like touching my breasts.
The girl says she decided to report what happened after sitting through a Title IX presentation at the beginning of the school year. She reported to school administrators who called police. CMPD confirms they charged a juvenile with sexual battery in response to her report. But that didn't stop school administrators from issuing this letter, saying they found no credible evidence that the girl was assaulted, but found she had filed a false report. They suspended her and removed her from some school activities.
The school did their investigation, gave me a phone call and said, hey, look, unfortunately it looks like there's no evidence that shows that what your daughter is saying took place did. We're going to have to give her a day of suspension.
A high school student comes forward to report being sexually assaulted at school.
So, have y'all figured it out yet? Have y'all figured it out yet? And would the federal agents have raided those individuals if it wasn't real? Interesting, right? But people are more concerned about, oh, you're violating people's privacy. You guys get on here and violate people's privacy every day. Right. But that's a whole nother conversation. Like I said, we'll talk about that in the Discord because we got things to talk about. But do y'all have it? Have y'all figured it out? Have you guys figured out what's going on yet? You have not. Y'all aren't paying attention. I'm gonna play the part 2. I'm gonna play the second video and see if you guys get it before this is all over with. I got some other things to show you. If you don't get it, trust me, I got clues for you. Don't worry. Right?
Hundreds of students in the street as hundreds of students gathered outside Hawthorne Academy High School Wednesday morning. They gathered among nearly a half dozen police cars, and even a fire truck pulled up in front of the group in an effort to block the view. But their message could still be heard. They wanted to know how a student could end up suspended after reporting being sexually assaulted by a fellow class. View from the street as hundreds of students gathered outside Hawthorne Academy High School Wednesday morning.
Deacon Obi got it. Do you not realize what happened? It's super simple. There has to be no proof that a man has ever done anything for a woman to get, the right of way, right? So you can just allege anything, and you're going to get charged. It's on you to prove you're innocent, not that they have to prove that you're guilty. You have to prove your innocence, even though you've done anything. The only people, like I told you, wow, what the fuck is that? The only people that have more rights than all of us I didn't see it. Is your pet and street name? Which street name? Like your original street name? All I see from you, Heidi, is breasts and pants. That's it. That's all I saw. So I don't know who you're talking about. You talk about titty pants? Oh, that's terrible. That doesn't count. You have to clarify it. Nobody knows what you're talking about. I thought you're, I don't see that. They must have deleted that. I didn't see that at all. Nope. I do not see where you said that. And I am on live chat. Yeah. Didn't show up. So no credit for you. Deacon Obi gets the win. Shame on Heidi for stealing Deacon Obi's glory and derailing the entire show. Yeah. Think about that. It's because the student was trans, right? They said this would never happen. A trans person would never do this. Y'all just don't want them to go in the bathrooms and have the rights they deserve. But yet we've seen story after story after story. Quote unquote trans people going into women's spaces and attempting to violate it, attempting to, do various things. If you listen to the story, it said he kept following me into the restroom. Like, that didn't set anything off for anybody. Like, why is this dude following her into the restroom every day? And nobody had an issue with it, right? Like, nobody, that was like, come on, that's the first thing. Like, why the fuck is he following in the restroom? Anyway, give you guys a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of detail. Shout out to Libs of TikTok, because it's where I came across this story. I actually shared this video. Charge. Let me make sure I got the right one up first. You got the right one, baby. Okay, yeah, here it goes. It says, however, despite the police investigation finding the accused guilty, school administrators suspended the female student for what they said was filing a false report. The child who did this to my daughter admitted to the police that how dare they misgender him, right? Do whatever. They talk about he wears dresses and stuff. I had some other shit, but I don't think I saved everything. But they admitted to the police that he, in fact, did sexually assault her in a bathroom at the school. 15-year-old's mother told the outlet the school did their investigation, gave me a phone call and said, hey, look, unfortunately, there's no evidence that your daughter saying took place did. We're going to have to give her. God damn it. I should have made this like a fucking slideshow, right? I should have used the one I already had. A day's suspension. What the, is it? Do I have this shit cropped? I must have it cropped. And then it says, aside from suspending her, the school said she's making the student attend a class called Sexual Harassment is Preventable. Now, I agree slightly with that, but not in this case, right? Like, it's preventable if you don't let men go into women's restrooms, right? Speaking of this incomprehensible turn of events, the girl's mom said they're making her feel like she's being punished for coming forward, recounting the near daily sexual assault to the outlet. The teenager said he would like come in the bathroom and he would push me into the stall. He would put his hands in my pants and then he was like touching my breast. He wanted them. He wanted them for himself. Let's talk about it. 2016 Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, CMS, implemented a policy allowing students to use bathrooms and locker rooms that they feel aligns with their gender identity. Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it? Yeah, I swear I did not see it. I did not see it. I'm scrolling through it and I see Torchies, I see porn name, I see Correa leaves. That was like stuff we were talking about prior to that. Michael Rappaport, Horse Pace, all that stuff. I do not see it. I wonder how many other good comments I've been missing. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me look on my other thing. Oh, yeah, because on the other one, it usually saves, even if you like delete your message on the bot, it'll like, I can still tell what certain stuff is said, even if you don't want other people to see it. I can still see it, but I don't be hearing people out. Yeah, nah, not at all. Yeah, it's a poop hole loophole. That's some old den shit right there. But check this out, right? Hold on 1 second. Check this out. Please tell me I saved this part. Please tell me I did. Let me just see if it's in here. Son of a gunner, I might not have. Son of a Jehoshaphat, jumping Jehoshaphat. Nope, I don't think I thought I fucking did, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, so what had happened is the mother of the student that was doing that basically came out and blamed the girl, right, for not doing more to fight him off. Like, right? Not doing enough to fight him off. Y'all already know, right? I tell you, grown men will have trouble fighting trans dudes, right? And I'm going to start using the term. Remember we talked about the PC shit? Because trans woman, trans man, those are really, really funny terms when you really think about it. Because they actually are really true. Anyway, I'll talk about it. But like I said, we're going to save this all for the PC thing. Damn it, I wish I'd have fucking saved it. But anyway, the mom of the trans student came out blaming the girl, basically saying she didn't do enough to fight him off. So it's her own fault, basically. And I'm like, this is crazy, right? And if you see the woman, she's got rainbow flags, crazy colored hair, all the tattoo, like everything that fits the stereotype that we talk about every fucking time, right? It always, it never fails that they fit the agenda. Okay, so I wish I'd have fucking, I guess I didn't. Shame on me. I wish I did, but I don't fucking have it. I freaking wish I saved it. I guess I did. I might have saw it when I was in the car, and I thought I saved it on my deal, but I didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and people listen to this nonsense, and you're gonna have people who are co-signing. You're gonna have people who are validating and justifying, the behavior somehow, some way. But again, women are the ones who lose when you support the when you support these other groups, when you support these other people, they're just simply erasing your rights. We've been telling you that. They've taken your right to play sports. They've taken your right to they've taken your right to have your own restrooms, your own private spaces. Any of these things that you thought were once yours, the things that women allegedly believe that they wanted, are now theirs. You have no say so. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no say so. All right, I have to. I'll do it when I go do the dilly dally. Why ain't y'all letting me see some of my stuff? Because I know it's back. Now my timeline is the most toxic timeline on the Twitters. But anyway, fuck it, right? There's a school in the UK trying to make boys wear skirts for equality. Trump was the funniest guy of all time. Yeah. So, got a couple other videos to show you. Some sad stuff. I'm gonna start showing some good things. I'm gonna start showing like some good notes every now and then, right? Like stuff. We talk about all the wokey wokes and the weirdos, but I'm gonna start showing every now and then some good things to just, let you know that there is good in the world, because there's a little bit of it, but not a whole lot. But like I said, it's a Friday. Talk for a little bit longer, then I'll open up the lines. I'll run through these. I won't spend a whole lot of time getting on it. But real quick,
if you're a healthy person who has a strong immune system, keep building your immune system and do what you got to do. Do what's best for your body. But that opinion, doesn't work because we've given away billions of dollars to these pharmaceutical companies now for these vaccines, and it's not going to stop. Merck's coming out with a pill. Pfizer's coming out with a pill that's going to help. It's basically the expensive versions of ivermectin. Why do people hate ivermectin? Not just because Trump championed it, because it's cheap generic. Can't make any money off it. But it's been used 1 billion times in India. Go look at that research. What's going on over there? If you're a healthy person who has a strong immune system, keep building your
face Rodgers. The NFL is not gonna like that. Aaron Rodgers don't give a fuck. Quincy Avery was over there complaining, you guys can sit there and he can lie and do all this stuff, and shut up, Quincy Avery, you bitch ass nigga. Don't worry about your buddy over there manipulating masseuses. Worry about that, spreading that Rona, or a rapist Rona. All right, let's get the wokey woke shit, weirdo shit out of the way. It's all terrible. I hope you're prepared, got your popcorn and or your tortilla chips, because it's about to get crazy. Yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The generic shit, that's the whole thing. And I get it. Like, I have no, generic serves a purpose, and we can get into the whole medicinal thing. But if it works, right? But like I said, if you're in the Discord, we have a section in the Discord where we talk about a lot of this stuff. Because, on certain platforms, you say certain things, they try to scrub you. But again, make sure if you're in the Discord, the Den Discord, look under real world news. And there's a section under there where a lot of us share stories, information, actual facts, none of this crazy rhetoric, like stuff that is backed up by documentation. Many from some of the same places that give you different recommendations, but all you got to do is read. I think you'll find that very interesting if you are in that section of the Discord. I'll post the Discord link in here in just a second. Remind me, because I always say I'm going to do it, then I forget. Let's get real woke. Let's get real weird. Oh, Chris Pratt. I don't even really know his name, but I saw a lot of people getting triggered because he said he was happy that his wife was looking at him lovingly, and he thanked her for having a healthy baby daughter. And people got mad about that because I guess his previous child had some complications at birth, was born premature and had to get some surgeries and has a heart condition and things like that. And they just made it seem like he was just shitting on his other kid. Like, there's nothing wrong with being happy about, what's going on in your life. Hey, that's what does everybody say when you have a kid? Oh, it's a healthy baby boy. It's a whatever. And like people like spazzed out about that shit. Like people are too fucking sensitive about other people's lives. But you were warned. If you ain't got out by now it's on you. Now, I know I got the video all wide to fit the little box. Bull ring bullshit. But no, what you see is pretty much the scale. Right. Fuck it. I'll give y'all a real world view. I like to make it look cool on my little screen. That shit Seidi's an asshole. I don't even know what this person is. Like, imagine thinking you're unique because you got a fucking septum piercing. Imagine thinking a piercing makes you unique at all, but like millions of people have the same fucking shit. They've been doing this shit for centuries, right? But you're special. Appreciate the love is all an illusion. Somebody, shout out to Roscoe. I don't know who, but one of you niggas in this den would hit that shit. Oh, she got food though, bro. I don't even know if it's the chick. I don't know what's going on. All right, that's a pretty good looking mustache right there. So it could be, dude. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Honestly, it's to the point where I don't know. I don't need to know. I don't really give a shit. It's never going to be a situation I'm going to have to deal with. But yeah, there's that. Yeah. These are people living in our society with votes, people.
Here we go again with another person saying, oh, if you're not happy here in America, why don't you just leave? Once again, I didn't realize moving to a different country was free. You willing to find me a house or apartment and pay for housing? You willing to help me pay to renounce my U.S. citizenship to get me the fuck out of here? Are you willing to help pay to help me move my shit over there? Oh, you're not? Then shut your damn mouth. Because again, if I had the money to hop aboard a plane and move to Germany yesterday, I would have. I don't care what kind of quarantining I have to do to get over there because I'm half vaccinated. I don't care if it's 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, or a whole goddamn fucking year. But since I ain't got the money for that, I'm stuck here. So, why don't you just leave my page? Nobody asked you. Here we go again with another person saying, oh, if you're not happy.
Imagine thinking this shit is normal. Like, if it was really that bad, like, I mean, if it was to the point where you were just inundated with depression, you're just getting fucking harassed at every corner and it was super terrible. Like Mark Brown said, go to work, save up some money. I forgot how much was it. I think somebody said, what was it? Like $2,600 to get your citizenship renounced, something like that. If those places are better, I'm sure you could find a job over there easier. And, you know, if it's more affordable to live there, then I'm sure, you know, you just save up a little bit of money, you can go there, you'll be all right. Like I said, we had a den folk who said they were out of here, and they did it. They left. They went to Africa. And I chopped it up with them. And like I said, they've been there a while. They sent me pictures of their spot And for what they're paying, it's significantly cheaper. You'd probably be paying $1,200 to $1,500 for that here in the city, and yard and everything. And they're looking for land now. So obviously, there are options. There are places to go. If it's so bad here, there are places to go. Dakota did not move to Africa. It's not Dakota. Dakota would be banned from Africa. I don't know what makes you think it's Dakota. It's not Dakota. So there's that. These people live amongst you. What is this fucking streak mark on your fucking chin? Right? People are weird. I got the recipe to Sweet Baby's Race, but I'm not giving it to y'all. I'm keeping it for myself.
Let's catch up with our least favorite Chris, shall we? The man that April Ludgate and Anna Faris are way too good for posted this on his Instagram. Guys, for real, look how she's looking at me. I mean, find you somebody that looks at you like that. You know, we met at church. Yeah, I know. We could all tell. We could tell by the fact that she's staring at you like that in a Duggar sort of way, and you're not looking at her, you're looking at the camera and treating her like a prize. Then he goes on, she's giving me an amazing life, a gorgeous, healthy daughter. Healthy daughter. That was important to put in there, right? Don't you have a son? Wasn't he born premature? Hasn't he had health issues? Yeah. But don't worry, guys. Her heart is pure, and it belongs to him. He's got a trophy. They share a Facebook account, don't they? They do. They have to share a Facebook account. Let's catch up with our least favorite Chris, shall we?
Guarantee you something. No man wakes up to this face every morning. No man whatsoever wakes up to that. And that's why she's so angry. She's got children. No man around those kids. Those kids are probably the product of multiple one-night stands. And if somehow she has their number or their information, she's probably either blown up their social medias and she's been blocked or ghosted or whatever else you would call it. Imagine turning over and looking at that face. That's her happy face. You know what I'm saying? That's her happy face right there. Again, this woman's miserable. No one would ever want to be with this person. Not even like a gender cross rover. This person has multiple cats. Person even can't make themselves look decent to get on a fucking TikTok. And you're concerned about his life. Like, again, imagine being happy in a relationship. Imagine taking a picture where you're supposed to be looking at the camera and your wife just so happens to be looking at you. Obviously, she doesn't care. Imagine putting your views, principles, and beliefs on, because you're miserable, onto a happy relationship. I think that's how it's supposed to work when a wife is happy with her husband and he's doing what he's supposed to do to take care of his family. And again, it's not always peaches and creams. It's not always going to be smiles and apples and rainbows. Well, we can't use rainbows anymore. They've taken those. But when things are overall in a good place, that's kind of how things work. But she would never know that. She's never made a man happy for more than 3 minutes. Anyway, next. That person probably does things like this to her kids to get attention.
To your face, Ty.
Makeup.
You put makeup on it?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
7.
No. How old are you?
7.
You're 4.
No, it's 7.
Are you a boy or a girl?
A girl.
A girl?
Mm-hmm.
Were you born a girl? Were you born a girl? When you were a baby, were you a girl?
Yes.
Are you in a boy's body, though?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, tell TikTok bye.
Bye.
To your face, Ty.
Imagine thinking that this kid knows shit. He's obviously doing boy shit, trying to climb up bricks and do all this other weird shit. He's not out there playing with dolls. He's a dirty little motherfucker doing boy shit. But you as a mother have convinced this child that he's something that he's not at a very young age. So imagine thinking a 4-year-old knows a fucking thing, right? This motherfucker thinks Santa Claus is coming down the chimney. He ain't even got a fucking chimney in his house. You know how you prevent this shit? Hey, no, don't do that. But instead, you want to advertise this shit and say, hey, look, people are giving you attention. He's going to think it's cool. People are paying attention to me because I'm doing this. I'm going to keep doing it. The motherfucker thinks he's 7 years old. He's a fucking 4-year-old, right? But fuck it. If he can be a girl, he can be whatever age he wants to be. He can be 7. Why not? If we can just say things and they're obviously supposed to be taken as true, then why not? And why don't you just let the teenagers say they're 21? Just let them have the alcohol. Let everybody just do whatever the fuck they want to, because that's basically what this is. Just do whatever the fuck you want. If we can sit here and say, I'm this because I woke up and I felt this way today. You could biologically prove I'm not, but because I don't think it, you're wrong. This is what society in America is. While the Chinese are all learning kung fu backflips, this is what we're doing, right? This is what I feel sorry for that kid. I feel very bad for this child. Dog, this shit is crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. Motherfucker thinks he said, yeah, this absolutely is. This absolutely is. I don't have the direct TikTok link to it, but I got a link. I'll put it up in the Discord though. I definitely will. Yeah, pop the shit out of my neck. All right. That's terrible. I've been showing y'all some terrible stuff today. Look at this. How about this shit? This is animal abuse. All this lady has is that dog. She don't want to lose it. What kind of haircut is that? I might have to get Scotty hooked up with that next time. But again, these are the people that know the best medical advice and what's best for you, because they're doing it not only for themselves, they're doing it for their dogs. I don't know. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. I don't know if I've shown all these because, like I said, it's been a while. Oh, I do remember the other thing I said I was going to talk about. I think I showed some of these. Yeah, I think I did show some of these. I don't remember which ones are which. Sort by date. These are the newest. I think I showed these other ones. I can't recall. I don't know. So we'll just do this.
As Halloween is coming up, this is your annual reminder to not dress as an Indigenous person for Halloween. As you are brainstorming ideas for what to dress up as this year, I encourage you to ask yourself these questions in that process. 1. Am I misrepresenting or degrading Indigenous cultures? 2. Am I reinforcing stereotypes? 3. Am I generalizing customs and traditions of Indigenous people? And 4. Am I fetishizing them? As Halloween is coming up, this...
One, I didn't see your joke, Heidi. I'm gonna have to give it a B minus. B minus. Doink the Clown, now that's an A plus. Now, this whole thing, right? The indigenous people thing. The cultural appropriation thing. Blackface, we throw all that stuff in there. Who really gets hurt by this? Some feelings? Are you offended? And I'll tell you one thing. This guy right here, he ain't no John Redcorn, if you get my drift. Now that's A plus, Heidi. Learn from the master. Oh, can I say master anymore? Or is that oppressive to people? Who gets mad about this shit? Like some person you don't know decides, I'm going to do something this evening. I'm going to dress up like Hiawatha. Don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm the master of the master bedroom. But, you know, and you're gonna get mad about it, right? You didn't even live when your people dressed like that at all. Like, now they all wear clothes. So now you're wearing the white man's clothes. You're culturally appropriate. How dare you dress like a white man? I'm offended. Jenny Redcorn. But people, like I say, get mad about it. And then, you know, I get it. The Indians got wiped out. Like, but that's just how it goes. People conquer people. You know, technology matters. These things are all relevant. That's why niggas is losing, because niggas ain't making no goddamn technology. You ain't gonna make it. Niggas not gonna make it. But the Indians are upset. Here's another.
Sometimes I wonder what it's like to not have to go a day without thinking about the loss of our language, culture, and people. As a Native, Indigenous, First Nations person, this is an everyday battle for us. That was a long time ago because this isn't history. This is what life is for us. So to all you natives watching this, I just want you to know that just by you being here, being alive, you are defying all odds. Through the forced assimilation, through us being thrown into a system, being ran by a government that set us up to fail. You are important. Your existence is important. And every day is a good day to be Indigenous.
Indigenous. Look, bro. You lost. Right? You lost. It's okay. Like, we got to get out of this. We have to go realign the wrongs of the past. There are no wrongs of the past. It is exactly what the fuck it was. What happened, it happened exactly the way it's supposed to. You're busy getting fucked over now, voting for motherfuckers who are deliberately fucking you over in the present and crying about fixing wrongs of the past. You're going to be the wrongs of the past pretty soon. Like, it's unfortunate. But when you waste time thinking about, oh, what could have been that will never be, go write a fucking fiction book about it and then get on with your fucking life, right? Like, this is where we are. Again, my ancestors who were fucked over. There were black folks who were used as gator baits, and they're not here today. It was fucked up. It was extremely fucked up. But I'm not going to cry about it. Why? What can I do with my tears? Raise them from the dead, like Poltergeist or some shit. Man, we'll get sucked into the TV by the ancestors, and they'll tell you, "Hey, you must avenge us somehow, some way." Like, come on, man, it's fucked up. It is, but it's life. Like I tell y'all, the fucking lions ain't sending reparations to the fucking antelope. Yeah, man. We wiped a good number of y'all out. You know, y'all on the brink of extinction, so. You know, we're going to chill out. You know, conquerors conquer. Become the conqueror. Like this is animal nature. We are animals to an extent. Maybe the most sophisticated animals. But you're getting conquered some way, somehow, some way. You get conquered financially. You're going to get conquered in the physical way. You might get conquered in your bedroom. I don't know what kind of weird shit y'all motherfuckers into. I'm just saying. It's fucked up. Yes, it is. But it is also life. And you cannot cry about losing. Find a fucking way to win. That's it. That's it. Like, to sit here and make it seem like it's your job to go and revive all this, you're going to be depressed, bro. You ain't got no time machine. You ain't going to win. That's why I say certain cultures or various cultures have various traits. Some motherfuckers focused on technology and improvements and finding ways to take over shit, while other people focused on magic and chicken bones and face paint and eating buffalo or whatever else. Well, the guns beat the arrows. You know what I'm saying? The fucking guns beat the swords. It just is what it is. Like it is. I remember when I first had to start realizing, like, it was hard for me to like accept it. And I know it's hard for other people to see. But then once you come to a realization that it is what it is, man, like, what the fuck can you really do about it? You live in this fucking wish of peace and utopia. Guess what? Somebody somewhere is going to say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to conquer all these weak ass people and take over. And what are you going to do? Just bow down to it? Or are you going to fucking fight? A lot of motherfuckers just going to bow down. It is what it is. But that was pretty funny, Heidi. Texas are terrible. You know what I'm saying? Reverse racism? There's no reverse. It's all racism. It's just, I've told you, I'm a racist. I am a misogynist. I'm probably some other ist, but I'm a bigot. You know, all of these things. Whatever. Just call me any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you don't call me anyway, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Say from the 2-year-old baby being actually 11, now people begging for their grandmothers. Howdy, 12. How are you? I don't look up anything on TikTok. Like I said, I find these things at various places. But when I actually do get on TikTok, like all you got to do is type in a couple of keywords and you will find the most terrible of things, right? These are things that pop up on my timeline. So, yeah. This is the shit that pisses me off the most about, though, right? This is why Black Americans will never be successful. I've been telling y'all because of a few things. One, we don't invent enough. Like, you don't produce enough. If you don't produce, you lose, right? Like, that's the thing. If you're not producing, if you're not creating, if you're not inventing, you know what I'm saying, you're losing, you're falling behind. And then we tend to be, we embrace the technology, but not for the right reasons, right? We don't go into the right fields. We don't do a lot of the right things. And then when those of us do have successes, if it's not on the Democratic plantation, well, then shame on you.
Here, they want white supremacy by ventriloquist effect. There is a black mouth moving, but a white idea through the running on the runway of the tongue of a figure who justifies and legitimates the white supremacist practices. We know that we can internalize in our own minds, in our own subconscious, in our own bodies, the very principles that are undoing us. So to have a black face speaking in behalf of a white supremacist legacy is nothing.
The principles that are undoing it have been the principles that you've been voting for since the 60s. Fucking idiot. That's the shit that's been undoing us. That niggas have been aligned with since, you know, my grandma, like, that's the shit that's undoing us. Because we were doing fine and dandy. And I mean, you can pinpoint it. That everything started to deteriorate once blacks accepted, you know, the welfare conditions. And then from there, it's been downhill. Niggas were naturally doing good on there. And prior to civil rights, blacks were improving in America. Prior to the handouts, black families were strong. Black income was strong. You know, just the overall well-being was that they were compared, like, well, married blacks were compared to whites almost in every category. But then once you started to say, here's a handout. You don't need a daddy. You don't need a this and need a that. Started to decline. Once you start having this women's movement that black women got a part of for whatever reason, started to decline. Once you started talking about civil rights, where black people were already starting to do better, they were trending upward. Civil rights just came in, attached itself to that, and then tried to take credit for it. The same way certain presidents may take credit for what happens in a prior, because of a prior president's policies, prior president policy, 3P. and then try to take credit. So, under my president, this is what's happening, but it was really the things that somebody else previously may have put in that's making that take place. That's basically what a lot of these quote unquote movements did. And now, when they've all failed, when they've all become shit, when they've all ruined the family, they've ruined us. Now it's because patriarchy is the reason why, and they keep moving the fucking goalpost. The reason why it's so bad is because the white man's home. No, it's because there's no man in your fucking household to keep things aligned, right? And it's the same motherfuckers who took them out, or the same motherfuckers who locked them up, or the same motherfuckers who are telling you you don't need one. Well, we need, and they just changed it. So instead of now is, hey, keep the man out because of quote unquote the welfare and all that. Now it's keep them out because go rainbow team, right? So these motherfuckers sit here. These are the puppets. These are the white supremacists. This is the racism. These motherfuckers right here, and all they do, like I told you about the liberal word games, the liberal word play. This man said a whole bunch of nothing. He just threw out the key words that niggas hear and automatically get upset. Oh, white supremacy and internalize and all that. He said not a fact. I'm not even finished with the video. It's still like 38 seconds. So he said nothing. He made an analogy that meant nothing. He said nothing. And this bobblehead bitch just sitting here, this stupid bitch has been an agent since day one. But yet, motherfuckers listen to her because she'll sit there and say anything. Just like them other sucker ass niggas, the Van Jones, the Mark Lamont Hills, all the motherfuckers who just sit there and say this stupid shit. They get paid by the left to keep niggas into this fucking stupor that they've been in for fucking forever, and just blame the white man, and the white man's a Republican, and blame white women because they voted for old gal in Virginia. See, she's white supremacy. You stupid bitch. Like, here's the thing. If they wanted a fucking white candidate to win, they'd have put up a white candidate and voted for the fucking white candidate. Like, what good is it by them putting a black woman up there? How is that benefiting them? This is the dumbest shit ever. That's what I'm saying. It's like they have to validate it somehow because she didn't find success through the left. Then it has to be something malicious going on. There's no way that black people can succeed without handouts from the government or whatever. Who's that young dude? I think his name calls himself King Randall, whatever. The dude that opened up the school, called the X School for boys out there in Georgia. And I think he went on fucking goofy ass Roland Martin. Oh, you can't do that without the government's help. You can't do it. And he did it. He's a young dude, like in his early 20s, did it. And I follow him on Twitter. He's always doing stuff with the kids. He's teaching them little basic skills, how to change brakes, how to, fix cars, doing little shit, teaching them just teaching them little everyday skills, right? And improving these young men's lives on a major way. And he's not, I don't know if he identifies as conservative or whatever, maybe he's independent. I don't know, but he's out there doing great things, right? And the fucking goofy ass, one of them goofy ass face of the Democrat, Broderick's favorite dude, Roland Martin's gonna go tell this dude that, oh, you can't do it without, there's no way you can succeed without the help of, the Democrats. It's they've done nothing for you ever but ruin your fucking community, but because you think somebody's offering you something, somebody's giving you something that they care about. They're just giving you just enough crumbs to keep you satiated so that you have no ambition and will to get out and do shit for your fucking self, right? And then you sit there and cry, and anytime something happens, them motherfuckers are too wealthy. Elon's got too much money. We need to take his money and help everybody. But you never cry about LeBron having too much money. What does LeBron do? Entertain you? How does entertainment help you? Elon gave you fancy cars, and he's trying to get you to Mars, right? He's going to put robots in all your homes. Jeff Bezos got too much fucking money. He needs to give your bitch ass ordering something off Amazon Prime. I order something off Amazon Prime today. You order off Amazon every fucking day. But Bezos provides you a service. He's a terrible person. Bill Gates got too much money. I do believe Bill Gates is a nefarious character. But you on a fucking Windows-based platform talking about it. God damn it, I'm on my MySpace and I'm, like all these motherfuckers who have actually benefited your life, they deserve the money that they get. It is what it is. But you have no issue with talking heads like this getting millions of dollars. They don't do shit but lie to you. You have no caring about in the world about Stephen A getting millions of bucks. He's a fucking agent. We never talk about them. We act like they're not a part of that group. They're worse than any of these motherfuckers. But yet, niggas is too dumb to see that these are the motherfuckers that are conning you. Pulling the wool over. Those goddamn people are terrible while they fucking got the knife and ready to stab you in the back since you turn around and go look at them. And then you don't even realize what the fuck happened. But, hey, niggas deserve every little bit they get. Let me finish this shit.
Nothing new. And it is to the chagrin of those of us who study race that the white folk on the other side and the right wingers on the other side don't understand this is politics 101 and this is race, not even 101. What's beneath 101? It's the pre-K of race. You should understand the fact that if you tell black people, look, I support a Negro. Look, there is a person of color that I am in favor of, and that person of color happens to undermine and undercut and subvert the very principles about which we are concerned, you do yourself no service by pointing to them as an example of your racial progressivism. The problem is here, they want white supremacy by ventriloquist effect. There is a black mouth moving, but a white eye.
Woke. Absolutely not. Oh, my fucking knees are terrible. No. And see, again, that's the crazy thing, right? Was Trump perfect? No. He was a lot funnier than this guy. But inflation is all on Biden. It's definitely his fault, right? That's how you do it. That's the great finesse. They should have reelected him. Otherwise, hey, it is what it is. Again, own something. Let me see. I got other videos for you. But again, like I say, this motherfucker been talking on the news for forever. This bitch is a fucking, she got fake eyelashes on this goofball bitch. She's the same bitch that was going after Nicki Minaj and somebody else. She's always under some shit and always just saying some stupid ass shit that means absolutely nothing. Right? But again, hey, it is what it is. That's all my race-based stuff for this evening. I got, I got a couple of them for you,
So finally some good news. Kids can get the vaccine 5 and up starting next week. That's great news. And as soon as these guys can get it too, all bets are off. You anti-vaxxers, all bets are off. All bets are off. Yeah. If I can spread it like unknowingly after that, I'm gonna sneeze on you. A lot of you. A lot of you. All bets are off because we're all done. We're all done with you. So as soon as these guys can be safe, screw the rest of you. Screw the rest of you. Because we're done. We're done. Yeah. No more kind liberal here. Done. Sad thing is some of your kids will die, but I hope they don't. Maybe they'll just take your kids from you. That'd be good.
So, do y'all not see? Do you not see? People ready to ask for like it's the Capitol. Are you fearful of this person? The thing I fear most from this motherfucker is her calling the police on me. Delivering her DoorDash. All bets are off. I'll sneeze on you. I punched the shit out of this bitch if she sneezed on me. I'd knock the fucking teeth out of her fucking mouth if she sneezed on me. All bets are off. You pose no threat to anybody, right? And then she looked really all like, whose kids are those? Those cannot be her kids because she's really old looking to be having children that young. Like those have to be grandchildren. Those have to be grandkids. I definitely feel the basking vibes. But this is what I'm saying. I agree. Staying in the house, like this is what's happening to people. They're losing their fucking mind. They're fucking watching liberal media all day, and you can't leave outside. Like you're gonna sneeze on somebody, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's disgusting," and they're gonna continue to go take some ivermectin, and they're gonna be fine, like Aaron Rodgers. It's like you can't be on the losing team and then feel like you're really doing something, right? Because it was a dude who was out there talking just like this, and for the last couple of weeks, talking about, yeah, I got all my shots, and all you idiots, and they were like posting story of people who died from the shit, and then like 2 days ago, their family posted a story. Well, we just found out such and such has passed from unknown circumstance. Well, we just found out what it was, and they didn't want to say what it was. Just all of a sudden, some random thing happened to him. He's no longer with us. Yeah. So it's not funny, but it's fucking funny. It's fucking hilarious. You deserve it. You deserve it. And it sounds cruel because I'm not hoping for anybody's death. I'm not wishing it on anybody. But if you're actively wishing it on somebody and it happens to you, it's fucking hilarious, right? The what do they call it? Instant karma shit. It's fucking hilarious, right? And so that's my whole deal. Like, if you don't go there, I hope y'all die. You don't get it good, it'll wipe y'all out. And then you fucking died from the shit that you got protected from, that you hoped other people would die from. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You know, like I said, I want everybody to live. I want everybody to be healthy and safe. I want everybody to make it. I say, you do what you feel like is best. If you feel like your own remedy is going to work best for you, if you feel like you need to get the poke is working best, do what you do. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm just saying what I know I'm going to do and what I believe. And again, you're free. That's what you should do, to make your own decision. But like, if I found out like this lady died, it would be the funniest thing in the world to me. She's in the hospital on her deathbed. Flatline. So that's just what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? You say you have more worried than before. Why? Why is that? Why do you think? Because other countries are not really tripping. Aaron Rodgers told you, look at India, Heidi. You know, you aren't paying attention. You see, you're not listening to Dr. Rodgers over there. But yeah, like people like that, I don't give a fuck about people like that. They're miserable anyway. Like, if they didn't have the Rona, she hates her life, period. Rona
This
or
is
not.
my daughter.
Hi.
She's 9. We're about to blind react to something.
Okay.
What does that say? Hold on, dear. What does it say?
The COVID vaccine for kids is, so next week should be clear for kids through 5 to 11.
What does that mean for you?
I can go with my friends.
Yeah.
I can finally, go outside, go to stores. I'm excited.
I'm excited for her.
I thought it was going to be like in a couple months. No, apparently it's next week. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, Mom. She's why you need to get vaccinated. Okay?
No. You need to get vaccinated. I need to work out a little bit more. I don't know that child. I don't give a shit about that child. And I don't want nothing bad to happen to that child. That child is okay. Like, it's fucked up. You're a fucking piece of shit. Like, but it's actually kind of sad at the same time, because you've isolated this child indoors, probably for God knows how long. And that's why that kid is excited. They're not excited because they can get the poke. They're excited because you told them that you're not going to let them live and be a part of society until the poke's available for them. That's why that kid is excited. I love you, Mom. The kid's going to wake up and hate you and be like, what the fuck? So I could have been out there. My mom kid, she's going to fucking hate you because you're a sloppy, terrible fucking parent. Dog, I feel bad. Because this motherfucker, she because of her fear, this is a piece of shit parent. Because of her fears of getting it, because she is in the danger zone of, being susceptible to it, right? And I'm not gonna act like I'm fat as shit. I'm probably in the danger zone. I don't give a shit though. But it is what it is. I have to live with the choices that I make. I've been fortunate so far not to deal with it, right? I'm out and about in public every day. I'm in Texas, so obviously I'm not wearing a mask everywhere. I don't have the inoculation. I go to the seediest places on earth, Walmart, often. HEB is probably why I'm healed, because HEB would never allow such a thing. Got a kid that goes to public school where it's mask optional. There's no poke there, no lady, no poke. And we've been very fortunate, right? So thankful for that none of us have been sick. None of us have been, whatever. And do I think, with me being out and about as much as I am, interacting with people as much as I do, the kid being around all the kids and all that stuff, is there a potential for it? Like, yeah, I think again, I've said it a bunch of times, I think it's a matter of not if, but when. But so far, so good. And then Monday I die. because I talked about it on the stream, right? Well, Honcho can't stream anymore because he didn't get the poke and he died. But this person, because of her fears of what could happen to her and what her daughter being able to bring that home to her, has held this kid hostage for God knows how long. Who knows how long? And I don't know if this is this kid's TikTok account or whatever. We're going to do a blind reaction. And then I also noticed like this kid has like kind of a nervous tick. Could you see how she like kept kind of like squinting her eyes like that? There's something that this woman beats this child. I don't know what's going on. It's fucked up. It's super fucked up. But now this is a terrible. I'm actually very saddened by this. Like I hadn't watched this, but I'm very saddened by this. Piece of shit ass parent, fucking scumbucket. Here's a funny one, right?
Let's say you're vaccinated, everybody at your work is vaccinated, and an unvaccinated person ends up getting COVID, gets severe COVIDs in the hospital for 2-3 months, uses, millions of dollars in healthcare benefits. And you all know that, you feel bad for them, but, they weren't vaccinated, so they didn't really protect themselves. It's not that it's their fault necessarily, maybe kinda, but whatever, right? You're not bitter. And then the following year, your healthcare premiums go up by 40-50%. The reason why they went up 40-50% is because someone used too many healthcare dollars. Now, I know you think that they just go up because they go up. That's not how it works. Obamacare said that if they didn't spend enough money on healthcare and spent too much money on paperwork, that they had to give a refund. So no, they don't just automatically go up. But you are in a company with, 50 employees and one person spent millions of dollars. So now you have to spend 50% more on your health insurance premiums. Now, would you be mad at that unvaccinated employee? How do you think that's going to affect the company culture towards that employee?
Okay. Now, let's do it with obese people. It's the same fucking shit. Fucking those things create a lot of health factors. We saw the chick the other day. Imagine if they had to go back and redo, and they had to like get rid of all the old armbands for fucking blood pressure machines because this one chick is too big to be able to use. So now they have to make sure they can accommodate an elephant leg to do fucking blood pressure, right? How much would that cost for that one individual? Like, these people have a lot of factors, a lot of issues that create a lot of problems in the healthcare industry. Now imagine that 30% of the country is obese, 60% overweight, right? So a lot of these factors translate into your healthcare premiums. A lot of people using that shit. But again, obese people take a shot to be skinny, of course, but not work out. That would be exactly what they said, right? And they would be so wrong because I'm not anti-vax. I told you I had like a tetanus booster the other day. But if I get a little tetanus, maybe I won't have severe symptoms. As long as it'll lessen my tetanus symptoms. I lost my black card. Niggas took my black card. I have a coon card now. I don't consider myself conservative. I consider myself independent. But they're gonna they're gonna hit me all that shit. And then I always say I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a person. So I don't like your label, but that's exactly what they would label me. But the den's too small for them to know, so nobody would pay attention. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take some calls. We might have a slightly extended den here. I gotta clear some of these videos out of the archives since I hadn't shown them in a while. So I just want to make sure I get these done. I think I got. Let's see. I've done all the racial shit. Pretty much. I got this one. I don't know if I showed this. I showed this one to the Discord.
Pharmacist here.
Medication, I would reach out to your doctor's office if you're needing it. Just because it's something I've taken for how many years?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well then I'll.
So I had a prescription for ivermectin to pick up. I have a licensed doctor that prescribed that to me.
You will not fill ivermectin for COVID.
That's against the law.
No, actually it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You can call the border pharmacy and call whoever you want to. Actually,
You have no right to get in between a patient and a doctor. You're not a doctor. You're a pharmacist.
Ivermectin is not authorized for COVID.
It's FDA approved, sir.
Not for COVID.
It doesn't have to be. It's an off-label product. Do you know what that means?
I do know what that means.
Okay, so then you should know better.
No.
Yes.
You need to research.
Is the pharmacist here?
Medication, I would reach out to your doctor's office if you're needing it.
I mean, no niggas would come to my funeral. This is terrible, right? This is terrible, trying to get his prescription filled. And at no one point in time did he say it was for COVID. He just wanted to get his prescription. Maybe he has stomach worms. Maybe he needs horse dewormer from the pharmacy, right? It's fucking crazy people. But again, imagine getting prescribed horse dewormer from your doctor. But listen to people. So I said I was going to share some positive stuff, right? I'm pretty sure I got some fat phobia shit. I got a bunch of female fights, but I'm going to save them for a special stream. Let's get rid of all the trash stuff. I'll end it on a positive note, and then we'll open up the line. Let's get rid of this stuff real quick. I got to clear these out. This is how selfish. When I talk about those people, those groups, you're trying to chat and drive. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't chat and drive. I do it often, and I've probably almost caused a wreck. I've done bad stuff. This I want y'all to hear when I tell you that these people are selfish. Like I say, when I talk about the alphabet groups, like the alphabet groups need to remove the T, because the T is the problem, the most problematic part of it. Like the T and the gender, like the rest of them, they're doing some questionable shit. It is whatever, but it's the T is the one that's causing the most problem. Listen to this shit. Just listen to this shit and tell me this isn't disgusting.
My mother has officially gotten top surgery before me, and she's on HRT. Is it because she has breast cancer and had to have a mastectomy? Yes. And was that HRT estrogen for being menopausal? Also yes. But like, I just want one. I'm the trans one. I just want one thing.
Tell me that's not disgusting. Your mother is going through a very tumultuous, dangerous time in her fucking life. And all you can care about is you being trans. She has breast cancer. And you're worried about you wanting to have the same procedure she's had because she has breast cancer. And you're not being able to get it. Like, how does that thought even cross your mind? How? To even put that out there with no shame. I just want one. Like, how? How are you not at this moment concerned about your mother's health and the thing that is going on and what's happening in her life as she's going through this period in her life? And you care about, I want that too, because I'm trans. I'm pretty sure your mom wanted to keep her breasts. That's how she fucking had you. All right? And that's crazy when trans people talk about straight people. Just, you wouldn't be here without them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's super crazy. I can't wait till I get my mom's on. You know? It's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. But again, selfish, self-centered, arrogant bullshit.
Can't trust a child to know themselves and their body. Therefore, I propose that all children be put on puberty blockers before they hit puberty. If they're not trans, cool. They can get off puberty blockers and continue puberty as they were. And if they are trans, then you just save them a lot of emotional pain from the secondary sex characteristics they have. If you say that kids are too young to know whether or not they are trans, then that means that kids are too young to know whether or not they are cis. It's two sides of the same coin, baby. We can't trust any kids to make any decisions.
Imagine thinking you made a point here. Imagine recording this video and sending it and saying, yeah, I did that. Imagine thinking you have valid thoughts, right? Imagine thinking, let's disrupt nature, and then to help the people who want to do some unnatural shit and, you know, fuck over the natural people in the same way. And cis is not a thing. Cis is not a real thing. We're not using that word. That's not a word. There's no such thing as the word cis. It's not a real thing. That's gay lingo or whatever lingo, but it's not a real thing. We don't use slang here. We use English. Let me get rid of all these weirdos out of here. Get this cleared out. What is this? Exactly. Exactly. So let's fuck the kids up who are on blockers. And again, some people, start earlier than others. And then once their hormones and everything else is all fucked up and they're all underdeveloped and weird, let them make a decision at that point. No. If you or whatever, it is what it is, then deal with it. Figure it out. Right? Just figure it out. That's a you problem, not a national problem. And it's always people like this, right? Why is it always people like this? Weirdos. What is going on with this person's face? Like, what is this? They got them fucking chola eyebrows from the early 90s where they fucking used to draw the shit back on with the Sharpies and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? What is it? It likes to be called it. So I can say it like this. I actually like this because I use the term it a lot. I'm like, it, and people are like, oh, it's offensive to use it. No, I can call it it. It wants to be called an it. It wants to be called an it. Right? But again, so it, I'm just calling all of them it's. I don't know. It's doing something. It's a thing. Unfortunately, it exists. This is bad.
Hi, everybody. I have a question. What is a woman? It should be a very simple question to answer. What is a woman? Until that can be answered, how could we have a discussion about trans issues, biological women issues, things like that? Can anybody just give a definition of what a woman is? That's it. Hi, everybody.
Feel like need some Blistex all of a sudden. I definitely need some Blistex for my forehead. But this is what it is. See, this is what these people want to do, right? These people want to edge women out. And not in the good, weird way that you guys are thinking. It's just that we're not even going to go there. But these people want to erase what a woman is. A woman is a being born with a vagina and breasts, preferably voluptuous breasts. But hey, bee stings deserve love too, as long as they're biological. It's not that hard, right? It's the same thing like I've been telling you, though. I told you next week we're going to talk about the word games because this is falling right in line because we watch a lot of these TikTok videos. And that's what they do. They play word games with the language, the left. And I'm sad that conservatives have been buying into this. Even those of us who may not be fully conservative, like playing these games. And when you can navigate the language, because here's what the left does, and it's super simple. They say targeted vague shit, right? They make very targeted vague statements. And like I say, I'll specify that more when we have this conversation. Maybe we do it Monday or Tuesday. But they make targeted vague statements. They make phrases, they change things to make it sound like it's something important. Social justice. What does that mean? It's a huge spectrum of shit. It sounds like a very important thing. We need to have social justice. But there's no one thing that social justice covers. It's a wide spectrum of things. So it's a never-ending type situation because you can always find something somewhere where somebody feels that socially they are being shat upon. And so when you create phrases and words and things like this under the guise of political correctness, and then other people buy in and play in and start using the vernacular too, you've lost. And this is why I say conservatives are on a downward slope, because they're playing the liberals' games, the left game, the progressive games with the words like this. What is a woman? Now, being a woman is no longer a thing. Like I told you the other day, being black is no longer about your skin tone, or white is no longer about your skin tone. If you watch that video that I just showed you with them two fucking monkeys on the TV talking back and forth, it's a white talking point, but it's a airplane with a black person flying, and then, you know, light skin privilege, and then Joy Reid got a bobblehead. But it's like, it's about an experience. It's a belief. Because if I say some things, oh, you talking from the tongue of a white supremacist. I don't believe in white supremacy. Because again, like I say, for me to even use terms like white supremacy, I'd have to sit here and say that I believe that a white person is superior to me. You'll never hear me say that. I don't believe in that, right? As intelligent as Heidi is, as well off as she is, I still make her bow down like Ice Cube. That's the type of man I am. But again, all I'm saying is, it's when you play these stupid fucking games and you even entertain it. And that's why I said I'm mad. I'm kind of off the let's go Brandon thing. Just say it. Fuck Joe Biden. Don't play the games. Be direct. Say exactly what you mean. And that's where they win, because they make these broad blanket statements, blanket phrases, and people buy into the bullshit. And then next thing you know, the narrative has changed. The conversation has changed. What is a woman now? A state of mind. It's not a flesh and blood body. It's not a biological thing. It's now a mentality. It's now makeup and a wig and cold sores. That's being a woman. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Again, it is a crazy, crazy, crazy situation. Yeah. And I'm not going to even exclude the barren women out there. Some women, have their own issues. See, I include everybody. I love everybody. But what I'm saying is, I know one thing, that which we just viewed is not a woman. Look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker got better facial hair than me. I wish I could get just like even coverage like that. Look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker was in that same Chicago gay dungeon with the other dude that we watched the other day, except he was on the wrong side of the fucking room. Oh, I'm going to hell, but it's going to be fun. Have I covered the majority of the videos that I want to cover? I think so. Oh, there was these videos I wanted to show y'all like a month ago, right? I promise you the last two things, and then I'll probably open up the line. We'll take a couple of calls after I take a honcho. Y'all just got to watch this crazy shit. This shit is crazy.
Sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stayed too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine.
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our children. Shame on you. You can never control the consequences if you...
Shame on you for fucking speeding. Oh my God. Right? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Shame on you for speeding. Like, this motherfucker had the fucking movie stunt car. That shit was wild. That shit's fucking crazy, crazy, crazy. I got one more for y'all, right? I got one more for y'all. If y'all enjoy that, I got this for you.
What do you want to get? Ice cream. Chocolate? Yeah. Let's go, honey.
Hold on, let me Let me pull it outside the thing. Cause you gotta be able to see it all. This one's a little wider than the other one. Make sure I gotta bring it back so you guys get full context. This commercial is amazing.
I get ice cream. Chocolate? Yeah. Let's go, honey.
Together, we can find a child by signing up for free wireless.
Yeah. Y'all thought the black man was going to do something violent, dangerous. I told you white women are dangerous. Stop snitching, nigga. Oh, shit. She abducted that child, right? And so she was actually the bad one, if y'all didn't get it. She was the child abductor. And those people were recognized. She was trying to run and hide with the child she kidnapped. That is hilarious to me, right? I find that's great. That's awesome. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna put y'all on this little thing. I gotta take a quick Honcho hiatus, but I'm gonna let this play in the background while I do. Tell me if y'all can spot what's wrong with this video. I'll be back in just a second. All right. Where am I? Okay, so lovely Miss Sarah Lou joining, lovely Miss Kay Grace joining us. So there's that. Ling Ling did nothing, right? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that like super stereotypical? Am I a bad person for that? No, I'm not. I'm probably a bad person for other stuff though. Where we at?
I am a fucking left-hander. The system has always been against me. I am oppressed. Everything in this right-handed world is not meant for left-handed people, even in the workforce. We were discriminated against since biblical times, and we are still discriminated against today. You're privileged. I am a fucking left-hander. The system has always been against me. I am oppressed. Everything in this right-handed world is not meant for left-handed people, even in the workforce. We were discriminated against since biblical times, and we are still discriminated against today. You're privileged. I am a...
I don't know. I think this person is... No, that's a terrible frame right there. I think this person is making a joke, and I'm all with that. Why do people get so many piercings these days? Like, what is the point? You got a tongue pierced. She definitely fucks with the niggas. Yeah, it's just a lot going on there, unfortunately. All right, I think I've cleared out most of the... Oh, you guys want a black card? I'll tell you how you get you a black card.
Step 1. We receive your plastic card locked or frozen. Step 2. We finalize your design and laser engrave your card. Step 3. We transfer your EMV chip to your new metal card along with your magnetic strip data. Step 4. We package your new luxurious metal card and your old plastic card and ship both back to you.
Yeah, if you do that shit, you're a fucking idiot. You deserve everything that happens to you after you get your card shipped back to you. Like everything. They say left-handedness is caused by poor potty training. What? Oh, man. If you do that, you deserve everything that happens to you after that. What you talking about? Are you behind on the stream, Shaq Kush? All right. I think I've cleared out the archives for enough for now. Because I had a bunch of shit just stored up in here. I'm like, I'm going to show this shit eventually. I'm not going to show... I think I've showed all those fat folk videos. Cleared out the gender. The fights, the ghetto fights I'm saving. I think I showed y'all these woke-ass teachers already. Let me just make sure. What's this? Oh, yeah.
Ready?
I showed y'all about the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
This Pledge of Allegiance sounds like fucking Squid Game.
of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May be seated. Have a
Crazy, right? Nobody gives a shit anymore. I want to say I showed these to y'all. I'm trying to see. I got to see. I haven't watched these in a minute.
I do not understand why in the year 2021 we are still pledging allegiance to a flag and talking about us all being under God in a public school. Does anyone else find this extremely bizarre? I do.
Should let you hit on the first night. And I want to say one of these others is kind of violent.
Here's your ostinato. Terrorist, terrorist, purple for parents are. Terrorist, terrorist, purple for parents are. While some had good intentions, they all were misinformed. Now threatening violence, doxing teachers has become the norm. They come to school board meetings with lots of things to say, and they will bully, cuss, or scream if they don't get their way. Here's your ostinato.
These people get to teach your children stuff. These people just feel like their values are more important than your values. And again, there's no consequences if they teach your kids a bunch of bullshit and your kids crash and burn, because guess what? Oh, well, I taught them motherfuckers 2 years ago. That's not my fault. And they're all about their way. They don't give a fuck. They don't give two shits about what happens to your children. I'm gonna save these. I gotta go through some of these other ones. All the violence I gotta kind of go through. But yeah, I think I've cleared out mostly everything I wanted to do. Oh, what about this one?
The symbolism
of the flag does not mean what it used to mean. Now I see an American flag hanging from someone's yard or house, and I immediately assume that they're conservative right-wing lunatics. Because y'all have used the American flag as a weird representation of like patriotism, but like in this weird, intense, violently non-educated kind of way. This
Yeah. Nobody asked you. I think this is a dude.
Texans won't give back, they hate taxes. They're all like, don't tell me what to do. Don't wanna give rights to those who are queer or black or different than you. They will open carry, won't wear masks, it's scary, but will tell women what to do with what's inside their own bodies, saying it's not godly to have an abortion when they don't know the reason. Oh hell nah, don't make laws.
She put, oh hell nah. And we know the reason. There's only one reason. Because the reason that you tried to use for the majority of excuses why is the smallest percentage of why abortions actually do happen. The reason is you slipped up and you made a mistake. It's not because you got violated. That's like the rarest of fucking occasions. Anyway, like it kills me because it's always people who are like not from Texas, always saying some stupid shit. Like the alphabets want all the rules and they want to be aggrandized and put on this fucking scale, on this pedestal, like, you know, where women tend to want to be and all this other weird shit. And so people are like, oh, they're doing stuff to the queers. Like, no, we just don't care. I've never heard a black person from Texas complain about Texas. It's always some niggas from outside of Texas complain about Texas. Oh, it's this or it's that. Like, I never hear it. So it's always these weird, super left-leaning people from other states that have like this opinion on Texas and what they're doing to people and have no fucking idea what's going on out here because they listen to the fucking media. So there's that.
To insist what girls do with their uterus. So sit down, oh white man, don't do women just cause you can.
To be honest, she didn't dance and sing this at the same time. This was the pre-recorded song. That was lip syncing, and it was terrible. All right, I think I've got it all. I think we're videoed through here. Yeah, showed you all that. Yeah, okay, cool. So now I can delete all this stuff out of my shit. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, so I was gonna show y'all something positive.
But I just don't want to go back.
Look how happy he is, right? Because, you know, we've watched all the videos, and there's always women in there talking about, oh, it's fat phobic if you want to lose weight. It's fat phobic if you want to do this. You're being fat phobic if you want to do that. This man put in whatever work he had to put in to get in the position that he's in now. And he's obviously much happier now, right? Skull crushers are a motherfucker. But, again, look at him. He's all cheeky. He can't stop fucking smiling. You know what I'm saying? He was a wizard back then. Now he's like a fucking exercise guru or some shit. But imagine calling this person fat phobic. Like, imagine this guy just like hopping on TikTok and not showing who he was and just saying, you know, something about, you know, being overweight. Somebody would get on him and try to shoot him. You're just a fat phobic piece of shit. And then he shows you like these pictures of like where he's come from to how he got there. right? And then they talk about, it's because you're a white man, you follow the white man's diet. That's like the type of shit people say. Like, people will come up with anything, like any kind of excuse, but either accept yourself and be happy how you are, or don't. And that's it. That's all it is to it. Like, if you're happy with who you are, then don't complain. If you're not happy, then do something about it. That's how it works. That's the only options. Apparently this dude, his dad was in the military, and he came home the night before, but the kid was asleep, so he didn't want to wake him up. So son had no idea that he was back.
Daddy.
No stupid bitch can't ever tell me that a fucking father don't matter to a kid. Some motherfuckers who deliberately go out there and try to indoctrinate their children against their fucking fathers. Kids need dads. Yeah, a lot of folks have made it through without them. But fathers are not good fathers, are not irrelevant. You know, and that's why you need to choose wisely. And you won't have to be in that other chick's video about cocking your legs and Greg Abbott, stuff like that. Good dads fucking matter. How happy that kid is. So, aside from all the woke weird shit that we've watched this evening, I said I'd end it on a good note. And again, aside from all that crazy fucking shit we've been seeing. I said I was going to open up the line, but I think I lied. It's almost midnight. So I think I'm going to call it a wrap. But, yeah, man, it's a wild situation. Well, I don't think we get on the game. It's too late for me to get on the gaming channel. Maybe tomorrow. So if you are subscribed to the Honcho Saucy Gaming channel, look out, for tomorrow. Might do a little something on there. I'm pretty much done with Far Cry. Probably hop in the Discord for a few minutes here. And then, I said I'll put the link to the Discord out there for y'all. What? No, I still haven't even, well, technically. Technically, I haven't got to it because, YouTube takes months to deliver that. So, well, not months, but something like that. Oh, that King Randall guy, that's funny, popped up on my timeline. But, let's see. My bad, man. I know you be always on the wrong end of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit tired. Let me see. I said I was gonna, where's the Discord? Oh, right here. Hey man, look, if you've had a problem, you have about it, man. Look, you gotta be. I'm like I said, I have nothing against. I'll show that Monday. Yeah, because I got another thing. But like I said, my deal is like, if you're proud, be proud. It's the people who complain about it and say that they're getting attacked and oppressed and all this shit because of choices that they made. That's a terrible thing. Like, where's the dilly dally? All right, I'll make it for one day, 12 hours. If you get in here too late after that, I can't blame you. And that copy a link. Yeah, because I had some other crazy shit, but I'm gonna save all the other crazy videos for later. But I do got that thing where the Veritas dude was talking about how the FBI raided him and shit like that. But like I said, I'll slide into the Discord voice for a little bit if y'all want to jump in there. Put that on there. Oh, yeah, oh, no. Yeah. Sunset watching at 15. Oh, definitely. Milby. I knew somebody from Milby got stabbed with a screwdriver. For the record, you got to record. You can't afford Discord. Nigga, Discord free, boy. So there's that. The Den Discord is absolutely free. It's not the Sauce Discord. The Sauce Discord, and you got to do the Sauce Discord like that because otherwise the Sauce Discord would be a terrible place. If it was just open to the public, it would not be fun. It would not be fun at all. And we do things a little bit differently in the Sauce Discord, that's why. And you have all kind of fucking weirdos. It's too many weirdos in the Sauce. The Houston fans are just coming there wanting to fucking cry about shit. I don't be want to hear the fucking crybabies in the fucking Sauce. There'd be too many niggas crying. Like on the fucking channel, oh, y'all ain't saying positive stuff. So that's why the Discord is not open to the public. It's where people can have legitimate conversations and discussions, and everybody gets mad at Rio for whatever reason. It's quite funny, honestly, if you ask me. But here is the deal. Again, yeah, I seen that shit. I seen the thing about clogging pipes and mildew, but not that. There's another thing. Oh man, I don't even care about. I ain't even tripping. It's gonna be an ugly situation. But hey, at least Tyrod's back, right? So there's that. NASCAR. We gonna go left. Oh, good deal. We gonna go left. Good deal. Goddamn. Put the Discord link in there, did I? Yeah. No, did I? Yeah. Okay, drops up here. Yeah, I'll pin that for those of you who want that. But like I say, yeah, I'll jump into voice chat here a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm getting there now. If you want to slide in the Discord, I invite you. Come in, chop it up. We can talk about whatever we discussed tonight. I got a couple of other things I'm gonna share in there because I said there's a bit of a conversation about a specific diary that has been found. That we can talk about there because they'll try to fucking cancel the fucking thing. Do you like Discord better than as far as the honest conversation that we can have and the being able to talk to everybody in real time, like via voice chat and stuff? That's what I like about Discord. Like, and because Discord doesn't record anything, people feel more comfortable in Discord because it's like having a conversation, in real life. And people say some really, really crazy things in Discord. That's what I love the most about it. Because there have been some Discord moments that, if they were recorded, would definitely shock the world. But it is what it is. But that's why I like Discord. You can just have a direct conversation, and you can, like when you're reading like text and chat and stuff, sometimes it can be hard to interpret stuff from people, depending on how people text things. But the reason why I like the Discord is, like I said, because everybody can speak, everybody can voice their opinion, and it just, it's easier to have a community conversation as opposed to me just talking to everybody. So like if I have something I want to get out, I like YouTube better. But if I just want to chop it up with people overall, the Discord is better for that. So that's kind of how I rock with it. Fed cord, you're the only Fed I know. If that's the case, then we're all Feds. We be the only people in that motherfucker. But with that being said, what is it? Fed, the FBI, fucking getting DEA agents caught up. What kind of crazy shit is that? Their entrapment for the it's a wrap. They're gonna cancel that shit. They're gonna go to jail. They're gonna find a way. But again, like I said, that information's been out for over a year. I posted that link in the Discord like last year. Well, RP Discord. Anyway, check it out, producer. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back at it Sunday night, 9 p.m.-ish. 9 p.m. We'll be at 9 p.m. And plenty to talk about, plenty to discuss. But with that being said, come fuck with me in the Discord. I'm in that bitch now. Don't meet me there. Fucking beat me there. Yeah. It's just a little dirty desk. So yeah, all that good stuff. Go. Where's the button?